you go.
Cool. Melty femboy putting the hard in hardtack. What is hardtack?
It's biscuits.
Oh, okay.
They're like
just biscuits.
Just like they're very like dry biscuits for long voyages.
Are they nice?
Just flour and water. It's not really. They're not made to be nice. They're made to be badly, calorific to keep you alive.
Oh, flour and water.
Well, yeah, like bread. The basic
Well,
ingredients.
sure, yeah, but is flour and water that calorific? I guess so.
It's the flour is all the calories. Yeah, it's wheat.
Mm. Yeah, because I'm clearly like a very hard man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a tough guy.
Exactly.
Right. Hell yeah. Bread makes you fat. Yeah, honestly, very relatable Scott Pilgrim moment there. I used to eat a lot of garlic bread.
Specifically garlic bread?
Well, it's because it's garlic bread that he eats a lot of, I think.
Oh, okay.
And they're like, oh, you can't eat too much of that, you'll get fat. And he's like, bread makes you fat? And yeah, I used to eat a lot of like garlic bread. But I didn't eat a lot of anything else, so I didn't get fat.
But enough talk! How about you?
Indeed. Thank you, Dracula. Now, here's for the inevitable, 10 minutes where I just wander around, not remembering what I was doing.
I want to look at your book. We're done finding scenes, and now you're in the...
Yeah, okay, right. Let's go have a look at the crew. I don't know who the third mate is, or I don't know what happened to him.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know what he looks... Oh, he's...
You know who he is.
I know who he is.
Yeah. But that's one that
Can
you
I go
won't
and
see
remind
until...
myself?
Don't worry about his fate, because that's not going to be revealed until
Right.
the bargain.
That's him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know what happened to the bosun's mate. Well, I think he was torn apart, because they said, what happened to your Frenchman? He was
torn apart.
Torn apart.
Beast.
But we haven't seen that happen.
What he looks like, yeah. Many people were torn apart by a beast that we.
This is
know
true.
of, but we just don't. I can't put names to faces.
Yeah. Where is the bosun in this picture?
Have you?
Oh, he's down here, isn't he? And I was like,
Oh, there he is.
yeah. Where's my Frenchman? And we didn't know who could have.
There's no one standing behind him, so unfortunately we're out of ideas.
Yeah.
Well, we say we. I
you
played
know
this
who he is,
before,
probably. So
yeah, I'm not giving too many hints.
hi, it's Key. The homicide of garlic bread in the fridge. I'm gonna cook it in a little bit. Oh, I'm kind of jealous. I know we had mac and greens earlier, but he was shot with a cannon. I don't know who lit the cannon. Do I not? Did I not see?
Well, do you remember what he looked like? You could go see if you've identified him. I can.
Yeah.
Well, actually, we haven't gone back to the scene to really check who we think lit the fuse.
Yeah. Let's go and have a look.
Okay.
How do I get there?
Upper deck, I think.
Are the guns up on?
Oh no, never mind.
The guns are on this deck,
yeah.
so I would imagine it's It was around here somewhere, wasn't it? This guy was getting.
This is one of them.
Yeah, this is the one. The guy that got blasted. Yeah, blasted with a cannon. Blasted with a cannon.
We'll be able to clean up a few if we get the attacker. So.
Yeah. If I know the attacker, then I probably should have listened to the dialogue.
Right. So.
Do I know who you are? Because you've just lit the.
Triangle now.
Yeah, Lewis Walker.
There you
Right.
go.
Okay. Right. So I can go and confirm some fates here.
So we say though the one with the fuse, the one who did it. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
We can't know who.
Lewis Walker. Where are you, Lewis Walker?
He's a topman.
He's a top man. Top man.
This
And
guy we don't know who he is, but we know now it was Walker who did it.
oh, do we not know who the other guy
No,
was?
the other guy is not on the screen. You might just want to open the book to get to him.
Oh, isn't he there?
That's the
Oh,
last
no.
guy.
Why is he not in the scene?
He's blasted so far back that he's out of frame. He's in
Oh,
blasted
right.
into this room. And
Oh,
out
okay.
the window, it turns out. In fact, I think you might be able to look out the side and see a bit of his body, but you can also just look in the book there.
Oh,
and mark it.
yeah. Okay. Right. So I want to go.
You don't have to zoom in. It's just there. Press triangle. There you go.
Okay. This unknown soul. Blasted by Lewis Walker. Lewis Walker with the double kill.
Yeah. You need to get like Halo announcer saying like Kilimanjaro.
I know who you are. I know who you are. Yeah, so I know who everyone else in this scene is. I just don't know who the blasted guy is.
If we go back a scene to part 3, is there another one that we can attribute the cannon blast to? Oh no, sorry, forward one.
Oh
no, it's just
crushed by a loose cannon.
Nobody's to blame for that one, I guess.
Yeah. We've said that these were all drowned by terrible beasts, but we don't know their names yet.
As to who they are.
He's a 2-star identification, and he wears. He's wearing like the same uniform as like.
Well, he's wearing a fancy uniform.
He's wearing a fancy uniform.
I don't think he's wearing the same uniform as anyone.
No, maybe not. But he's wearing the similar uniform to these other midshipmen.
We've named all the midshipmen, so.
Oh, okay. Oh, so he could potentially be, the purser. He looks a bit young to be the carpenter, and I don't think he doesn't look American to me. And I don't know that he's Charles Minor. He could be. He could be.
We've already identified the carpenter's mate.
Yes, we have. Okay, I'm going to leave this scene then. So I need to figure out apparently he's a difficult one to figure out. What other memories does he appear in? Let's bookmark them. And he disappeared in the Doom. Drowned by a terrible beast.
If you want to skip ahead, I can tell you he was one of the guys on the lifeboat that got tipped over.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so that's how we know
I don't
that...
feel like it.
I don't feel like it. So anyway, I started blasting. They were all on the lifeboat, right? That's why I said that.
That guy above was, and then one guy on the next page. Oh, maybe not. Back a page. Oh, there we go.
Right.
That bottom, Nathan Peters, and the 2 guys on the next page were all
on the boat. Right. Okay. I want to go and look for pages. He's in this scene. There's no dialogue to indicate.
There's a few scenes of just his lifeboat is in the background, and then the final one of it tipping over. This is the one of them getting on the lifeboat.
Right. Maybe I could listen to this scene, because if any of them say anything in French or sound French in any way, I'm grasping at straws here.
Sure, I mean that's what you got to do.
Grasping at Frenchmen. Where did it happen?
You can press triangle on which one it is as well. Remember?
Oh yeah. Was it here?
Nope.
No, that's...
It's more towards the middle of the back of the boat, I think.
That's Peter Milroy getting blown up.
Sometimes, when I'm at a McDonald's, I wait until nobody's looking.
Up on the grasping at straws.
And then I stick my hand inside the straw dispenser and touch all the straws.
Grasp at all the straws.
I stick my hand inside the straw. Right.
Over my dead body, you bloody day. Huh? How's that?
Don't know that
No
guy.
cause for trouble, boys. Get in the boat.
Don't know him.
Thought I'd forget.
You killed my brother. What? That was an accident. The ropes.
It wasn't his fault. I saw the whole thing.
Lies. I shouldn't have waited so long.
No, don't.
So it's that guy speaking over the middle of the guy speaking, but this guy in the background is our guy in the fancy uniform.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look, he's holding something. What's he holding? Books. Is he the purser then? He's got books. That's like accounts and stuff, you know? What roles have I not assigned anyone?
Carpenter's mate, carpenter, bosun's mate, and purser when it comes to officers.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, like, why, what else, who else would be carrying books with them off the ship?
Maybe you can check the glossary entry if you're curious about a role.
Yeah. Like, I know that a ministry official accounts for all cargo, value, and trading, so manages a small item store for crew. Yeah, I don't know that anyone else. Officer or tradesperson. Yeah, I don't. The item store thing is a bit, you know.
You're not gonna find a guy who has an item store always in his item store.
Yeah.
So don't worry about that.
Yeah, exactly.
And he doesn't like write his name. You know, he doesn't go like, "Oh, I better go back to my item store" every 5 seconds.
Hi, Rye. You've seen the straws have been touched because I was grasping at straws. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to.
It's one thing shots in the dark sometimes. Then you can always rearrange later. Nothing's written in ink.
Exactly.
In ink until you get it right.
Exactly. I'm gonna say he is the purser.
Okay.
Right.
What about the other guy? There's another guy we need to identify. Now, yeah, I'll let me know if you want a nudge.
I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna look at all the memories they're in.
Okay. Remember, this is a freeze arrow, so there's not going to be anyone saying his name or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I wish you could just from this, like, from here, like, listen to the. No, not here. How do I go back to this scenes page?
I think you basically, if you want to have a dialogue again, you'll have to like hear it.
Yeah.
You'll have to leave and come back.
Yeah, that's something of a shame. I wish you could replay the dialogue from in the. Yeah, I know, but I wish it was more convenient than having to walk backwards and forwards. Oh, for fuck. Anyway, yeah, if you accidentally.
We can hear it in the background still.
How's that?
There's no cause for trouble, boys. Get in the boat.
Before I forget, you killed my brother. What? That was an accident. The ropes.
It wasn't his fault. I saw the whole thing.
Lies. I shouldn't have waited so
It's not really enough to pin an accent on him or anything, I don't think. I mean, I'm having to listen with one ear, but I couldn't make out an accent. Hang on, I'm just gonna have to listen to it again.
Okay. Well, you can also narrow down what accents you have available.
Let me on. Over my dead body, you bloody Dane. Huh? How's that?
There's no cause for trouble, boys. Get in the boat.
Before I forget, you killed my brother. What? That was an accident. The ropes.
It wasn't his fault. I saw the whole thing.
Lies. I shouldn't have waited so long.
No, don't.
Yeah, so hang on. What accents we got remaining? That I.
American. Not Austrian. We've identified him. We just need to know. Oh,
Yeah.
No, we've done with him entirely. In fact, we just need one more to confirm.
Yeah,
We'll correct
yeah.
out the two we have kind of in. India.
No, not quite.
Yeah, Davy English.
Davy James. Oh,
Welsh.
it did sound a little bit Welsh.
Why is he unknown? It's not him.
Okay, yeah. Sierra Leone. Don't think so. Not necessarily certain how that would sound anyway. Yeah. Why don't I know what happened to him? Okay, I'm getting distracted.
Anyone that's unknown right now, ignore. They are going to be solved in the final chapter.
Oh,
There's three
okay.
who are. It's Martin, this guy, and that guy below.
I suppose he could be American. I don't know. Like, I'm starting to just doubt my knowledge of accents because there's only like a snatch of dialogue.
The accent is this is one of the times where someone is from. Their accent has probably changed somewhat from being at the like their accent has kind of become bastardized and it's not like
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. He could be our carpenter, I suppose. The carpenter's mate has already died at this point.
Or been identified.
Yeah, he was spiked. What did he look like? Yeah. Austrian gunner is one we're trying to... Well, I think, yeah. So we need like one more person. I actually don't know how this person dies anyway. Do I? Oh, he's on the boat.
No, he's on the boat, so
right.
He's drowned by a beast. We already have that written in.
Hang on. Who's he next to here? Next to the topman. I think he's a topman as well, right?
Not all of these are topmen. Some are seamen.
Right.
This is unlike the group at the back. That is all all top men. This one's a more mixed group. In fact, I think we might have done all the top men if you go down a page.
These I only have 2 pages.
Oh, then yeah, we've done all the top men.
Right, so he's from basically one of. I guess I am assuming he's one of these 3 then. George Shirley, Alexander Booth, or Hamado Dion.
Keep in mind that this is a British naval ship that will not be fraternising between enlisted men and officers.
Yeah.
So if you look in the picture and see someone playing dice, there's not going to be an officer playing dice with the seamen.
Yeah. Okay, well, I could just start stabbing in the dark, and see if any of these. No, they didn't work. He's not any of these. Or I've gotten some of these wrong.
Well, now that you put them all in and we're sure this guy was drowned, I think we've got something else wrong.
Yeah. What else could I have wrong? I mean, he might not be the purser, is what I might have gotten wrong. Maybe he's the carpenter. Or the bosun's mate. No. Damn. Then what else could I have wrong? Shot with a gun by an unknown attacker.
We don't have a name for the person that did it yet.
Oh, okay.
I don't think.
So then, who else could I have wrong? I think I was pretty...
Well, the guy that you said was shot by a cannon is the one we have potentially waiting. Are we sure their name and or that they were... I think their name's pretty locked in because they're the one making the command for shooting. Are we sure that the one who shot the cannon is the guy that we had a fuse in his hand was the one that shot the cannon?
I guess I could go back and have a look. He looked like he was holding the...
Well, a lot happened in those scenes. We can probably go back to a scene before they were even killed and see the cannon being lit.
Oh, that's right. It's who lit the cannon, right?
Well, we're assuming that the guy who with the lit fuse is the one who lit that cannon. We
right.
don't know about it necessarily. Again, we might want to go to one earlier than...
Well, yeah, I want to have a look at this one first.
Or maybe it's the one who aimed the cannon. It's the one who cancels what he shot.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, this guy's also holding...
Or maybe he's holding the fuse for someone else. It's, like someone could have passed in a fuse.
Yeah, he loaded the cannon.
Yeah.
Because he's got the loader, so...
Well, you could try and lay the blame on him, see what happens.
Well, yeah. Who is the other guy? I mean, yeah, let's try going back to an earlier scene. Which is the scene before this? There's that guy dying?
Yeah, go for that one.
Right.
You can just do it in here.
Can you?
Yeah. When the watch opens, that means you can go in.
Oh. Hi, Leaxical. Right.
Right.
He's been crushed.
What?
They're holding on to this cat. Oh,
Have a look
shit!
at this guy. What does he have?
Oh, he's got a fuse as well. Isn't he lighting the cannon?
He lit the cannon that... Well, he was crushed against the cannon that he was lighting.
And he's Abraham Akbar, right, okay. So these two... update. Abraham Akbar, where are you? Why can I not find... There you are. And you also.
No, it's the same guy.
Oh. What?
No, that's the same guy. You were zooming in on that guy from in front of... Yeah, you're still zooming in on him.
Right, how do I...
There you go.
There we go. Where are we? Down here. Okay.
Right.
So now I can go and play funny buggers with the...
the guy on the lifeboat.
Yeah. Oh, hang on, I can...
Have to go off the pitch.
Yeah, just get him off the picture. Right. Now I can say, maybe you are... Nope. Alexander Booth.
There you go.
There we go. A Stab in the Dark is also the name of my upcoming murder mystery set in a gay sauna.
See, this is a guy that is like English, but he doesn't have really like that English accent. He kind of just has a sailor accent, like an English speaking accent, you know, so I guess...
Yeah.
He doesn't have like a received pronunciation English, like an easy to identify English.
Transcribing the entire script into the International Phonetic Alphabet to save on voice acting costs. Right, okay.
Right. So now we need a new lead.
Yeah.
About the guy that was shot by a gun that we don't know who by. Should we go back to that scene and see if we can do any more work on that?
Oh, Davy James
Yeah.
being shot by an unknown attacker.
He's the one that was like goes behind the thing. And
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, I remember who it is. It's the stripy shirt man. You just don't know who stripy shirt man is yet.
Yeah, we said it was the stripy shirt guy.
He's our suspicion at least.
Yeah, but I cannot apparently identify the stripy shirt guy, I think.
We can't identify everyone.
Well, sure. But he's quite hard to identify, apparently.
I think everyone left now is a free arrow, so it's all...
Well, it's all like inference, and he's standing next to a top man, so you know what? I could assume
There's
he's
no top
also...
men left.
Is there not?
Nope.
Shit. He could be a seaman then. He could be George Shirley, for all I know. Does that...
No, we only
okay.
don't have enough in to make any more confirmations, so...
Well,
just
hang
guessing,
on. I would have to then go and say that
And then you need one more after that.
he was killed by... Yeah. So this is maybe not a great idea.
I think there's too many possibilities in the possibility space
Yeah,
to narrow this down effectively.
probably. I don't know what happened to Zungi Sathi, the ship's steward. I don't even know what he looks like, apparently. Although I can probably make some guesses. I just need to look around. Hang on, he should be in one of these pictures, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't see their faces. Alive in Africa.
Mm-hmm. He went on the boat with.
Could that
Henry
be him?
Evans.
What memories are you in? Right, yeah, I mean he was there for that. That's not necessarily helpful for me. Right, you're alive in Africa. Right, that's not gonna help me.
Yeah, and everyone in that picture's in that scene, obviously.
Yeah.
'Cause it's a picture of that scene.
Struck dead by a beast's tail.
And he's like, oh, I could make a meal out of this.
Oh yeah. A demon. I mean, yeah, none of these are gonna necessarily help me. Figure out. I'm just gonna have to go on vibes.
Go back to that one you were just at.
What, this one?
Yeah.
Edward
So
Spratt
this
being
one, this was
crushed
the
by
first
a
time
terrible beast.
that the big beast did something.
Yeah.
So
Oh, everyone else might be sort of like doing stuff.
yeah,
In that scene.
exactly, and doing stuff might tell
Yeah,
you what kind of.
Now
position they
you're
are.
thinking like a member of the East India Trading Company Insurance Board. That was at the front of the boat, which is this way? Maybe? No, this is the back.
Remember, he was taking a shit.
Yeah. But which level of the
I don't remember where the shit taking section is.
the poop deck?
Yeah.
Apparently, that is not what poop deck means.
Yeah. It's like it's over.
The
top
poop
of
deck
a
is not the
cabin.
deck where you go to take a poop.
Mm.
Right. What's everyone else doing right now? You are minding this.
Who's this? We already know him.
Yeah, okay. These guys are just chilling.
We don't know this guy
I
yet.
don't know that guy, but he's
You know him, right?
fraternizing with this guy. What's his role?
Top man.
Top man. So who could this be? I've assumed that he's blasted by a cannon. Oh no, I know who's blasted with a cannon. Oh, I know. The I got the guy right now, as well. Have I identified you yet?
Yes.
Yes.
This is actually the way you can for sure identify him because he's walking with a third mate.
Oh,
his meal.
right. Sure. That's good. Annoyingly.
So, well, who's the person we were looking for and where is he?
I don't know.
It was the guy on the right that you were like, could it be the ship's steward?
Yeah.
So let's go look for him.
Where would the ship's steward be right now? I mean,
Well,
here he is.
we're not looking for where the ship's steward might be. We're just looking for where this guy is that we're trying to identify. So go to look for everyone in this scene 'cause he's definitely in this scene.
Okay. Well, he could be in bed.
If you zoom in on them, does it? I think if
43 and 44. I can't seemingly zoom in on
remember
them.
when we last used these numbers?
Oh yeah,
What
43
were
and
they for?
44. They are on their number in the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So who's 43?
It's Mabber and Lewis Walker.
and Lewis Walker. Okay.
Make sure there's someone actually in it.
Right. Yeah.
I think if there's this
48, 49.
if there's this hazy look, I think that means I don't know. There's no
36.
foot coming out, so I can't tell.
Have
you.
I identified 36? Ahmed
have
Gul.
Ahmed Gul, drowned
Sure.
beast.
Right. I don't know.
Go
There's
to
no
the
one
top
else.
deck. There was some people.
Oh, yeah, no, I was up on the top deck earlier, wasn't I? I don't know why I walked back. Just suddenly turned around and walked back down. Right, what are you up to?
That's Omid cool.
Right, yeah, he's looking out to sea. Right, he's having a bad time. Oh, they've just left. Right. So what's he doing? He's commiserating with this guy.
This guy's dead.
Who's dead.
He's
Well,
not
commiserations are in
He's
order.
just checking he's alive.
And yeah, I guess he's also like doing that. This doesn't help me. This is one of the guy I wanted to identify though, isn't it?
Yeah, this was one you were like, I wonder who this could be.
Yeah. I guess he could be the ship's steward. Because, yeah, he's like checking up on that guy.
Do you want to check what a steward is again?
Yeah, but I don't know if it's going to help me.
Can't hurt.
A servant to an officer or higher rated crew member performing general duties for the comfort of their employer. Yeah, I mean, if he's with this guy is wearing a hat, so he's an officer.
Oh, we already know this guy. He's an officer. He's like the second or third or fourth mate or something like that.
Yeah, so maybe like he's the ship's steward.
He's the one holding the lantern. So
so maybe he's the ship's steward. He's doing, stewarding duties.
Can you go up to the picture for a second?
Yeah.
No, nothing. Okay, never mind.
There he is with the fourth mate still. Yeah. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Sure.
What are all these people up here doing now? Why did I want to do that? What is that?
Just trying to solve the mystery. And
Sure, but what was my thinking on this?
You were just looking through the names and being like, this guy.
Oh yeah, now I need to. I ascribed these to G. Shirley.
Yes, you're trying to identify Stripy Shirt Man.
Yeah.
This is the whole list, so this won't help you. Just
Yeah.
not cross out anyone. And you were looking just across anyone that could be. And you decided, like, if you go back to Striped Shirt Man, you can see who's available to pick.
I could say that he's Hamado Diom or George Shirley. That's what I'm guessing based on where he is in this. What he's up to in this picture.
Mm-hmm.
Merle is investigating events that led to the death of most of the ship's crew for insurance purposes. No idea what's going on in this game. Yeah, this is like the third of like 3 streams we've been doing in this game, so it's quite a lot to explain. But yeah, I've got to try and identify everyone on this ship and what happened to them using a magic watch, which lets me go back to the moment of their death, or sometimes the moment that led up to their death. It's not quite consistent because
that caused their death. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, the watch takes a bit of liberty sometimes, so that I can sort of see what I need to see. But it's largely about just making inductions, and then every 3 ones you get correct, it like fills them in fully. So you can conceivably complete the game without ever going into any of the visions and just go through every permutation. It would just take a very long time.
You have to go there because the entries don't get put in the book until you've done the vision for the first time.
Oh, you need to see.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You can't even You can't even get to because the guy won't call you back onto the boat until you've seen all the visions.
Okay, so you have to go and see everything, but then you don't. Yeah, I guess you could just play extremely dumb and just like go through every possible permutation. It would just take you an extremely long time because there are probably a lot of them. What am I doing? What am I?
You're trying to identify that guy.
Oh yeah. Okay. So, if I say he's Hamado Diom, and then I say that was it this guy was shot by him? Right, that hasn't worked. Which means that he's not Hamid Odium. And he's not George Shirley, because that's what it was before.
Mm-hmm. Again, you want to go back to the original guys. You can see who's available to pick from if you want to do it.
Yeah.
There are still clues to identify these people, I will say, but we're just going for a sort of process of elimination.
Right. Well, so these are the only two guys I've got left.
Seamen, but there's also two guys up there.
Oh yeah. I guess he could be the carpenter, or the. Or he's wearing a stripy shirt, so maybe he's the Frenchman.
Go for it. Give it a go.
Oh, if that turns out to be. If that's like, where is? No, I don't want to change his name. I want to. Where are we? No, see that's not correct either.
The only possibility left is the carpenter.
Yeah. When you have eliminated every other thing.
Well, that's every possibility. So something is wrong.
Yeah, fuck. Maybe this guy isn't the ship's steward.
I think there's so many possibilities now. You'd have to change him and then change all the people. It would take so long. You should try and get something concrete.
Right.
Let's leave him as the ship's steward for now and try and get something concrete about anyone else that we haven't identified.
Is his name correct, maybe?
Do you want to check that the person who shot him is definitely who shot him? Who went on? There's a bald guy back there.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Shot him.
I couldn't get to where I needed to be. I need to go back through the door. I couldn't get to the other side of that scene where he was being shot.
Again, using what we did for the cannon, maybe let's go back to an earlier scene and see someone perhaps
with
lining
a gun.
up a shot.
Yeah. Okay. So
we know he is.
This was while the guy was getting spiked. That'll be maybe.
Well, no, this is. Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, because he's in this scene.
So
crawling around over here.
Yeah. So we want to be, since him being killed is like
gonna happen in a few seconds. So anybody with a gun. Oh. Well. Luckily, we can't see any. Oh, he's being passed a gun. I don't think.
There's one more scene between this and the happening, so we can maybe confirm on the next one.
Right. What's the next? How do I get to the next scene?
Oh no, never mind.
Yeah, that's him being shot.
So yeah, let's maybe make some assumptions.
Well, like, this guy dies being shot through. There's like a tiny little hole in the wall.
I'm gonna say, if you think it is the guy being handed the gun, I've got bad news for you. You haven't identified that guy.
Yeah, but also I don't think it's this guy being handed the gun, because look at the fucking size of that muzzle. Probably. And the hole that he gets shot, like the hole that's left in the wall where he's shot is tiny. So it's just not that gun.
I don't think that kind of gun shoots a big bullet. It shoots a lot of little bullets.
Well, there's only one hole. Like if I go back to the present day,
Well, perhaps we could go to the scene after this guy has died, and then look to see if anyone has a gun.
Sure.
And then again, using your Holmesian way, if there's only one gun present in both scenes, then despite it seeming...
Yeah, like look at this. There's this small hole, and not a lot more like damage to the wall around. Which just makes me think it wasn't that big, like, you know, shotgun or whatever that was.
Okay, well the next scene is one floor down anyway, and we can have a look around the area and see if what guns are available.
See, this is the tiny little hole he was shot through, I think.
Go back and to the left.
Yeah.
Sorry, to the right. I'm just directing you towards the next scene.
Oh right.
Go down. This
down here.
It's down, but I don't remember where exactly. It's the guy who died while like the crab was like killing him, if you remember.
Who died?
He shot the crab while it was not there. That's the guy's leg.
Right.
And it was in one of the lower decks.
Was it here?
It was, yeah, look in the book for where it was. Go forward one scene.
Is
There we
that
go.
all?
It's in the bosun's store.
In the bosun's store?
Yeah. So it's back through this door to your back and left.
Oh, right. The body was moved post-mortem.
Mm-hmm. Also listen out here. And then,
So he does have the gun. He has the shotgun, though. Like, he's blasting it right up in the face. So he probably didn't shoot it in the
well,
previous.
let's see if anyone upstairs has a gun.
I can't get upstairs.
Can you look up there? Just to go over the thing.
He's got a sword, I think. What are you holding?
It's Omid Ghoul.
Right. Oh, hang on. This guy he's poking it with a stick.
Yeah.
Well, this guy is the only guy with a gun. And as unlikely as I think it is, like... You've got a stick. You have a sword. Yeah, there's no one else with a gun here, so I guess it has to be this guy.
We can also go back to the scene and make sure that he was definitely shot. For example, this could be the gunshot. But in the other scene when we hear a gunshot as that guy's dying, it could be this gunshot for all we know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I sort of assumed he was shot through the wall. But I mean, it also sort of feels like maybe he just expired from his wounds back there. One of the things I want to find out now... Where am I going? This way?
Yeah, you have to go around the side if you want to look at that guy's...
Yeah. Hang on, what was this?
The one before.
Oh, right,
the
okay.
last one we saw.
So one of the things I want to know is in the scene before... I can't get this far in the scene before, can I?
No, you're kind of stuck on this side.
Yeah. So here...
Let's listen to this bit. Okay, so it seems like it definitely was a gunshot.
Yeah, look, because he's being shot through it.
Let's look through this thing to the left.
He has a gun, but
way.
he's aiming the other way. I mean, he could have just... Well, no. It's implausible that... Who's that?
Can you have a closer look at the body and see that there's not...
Can you crouch? No, you can't. I mean, he has already been wounded. This is sort of like just coup de grace, basically.
Mm-hmm.
He attacked the giant enemy crab's weak spot for massive damage. This man died whilst being killed by a crab.
For this one.
Well, he's got a gun.
Aiming the wrong way.
Yeah.
Unless the bullet ricocheted.
Well, no, look, that's...
someone shooting back there.
Yeah, and I think that was how I was like... I was assuming it was the guy in the stripy shirt, but I can't really tell from this. I guess I need to go back a scene, maybe, or forward a scene.
Forward a scene, because this guy, I think, might be in the next one. Keep in mind, all these guns are like one shot and you're done. So anyone that has a spear in the next scene might have fired a gun in the previous.
That's very true, very true. That's also why I was going to say it wasn't that big like shotgun, because like I don't think he really had time to reload.
That's another good point.
It's down here, but it's right at the other end, isn't it?
Oh yeah, so over end and then through that door straight ahead, I think.
Oh yeah. Ba-bum. See, it looks like him. It looks so much like him. There's Omid Gul.
What about that guy down there?
It could conceivably have been him, but how he got down here underneath the staircase. Yeah. It just looks so much like that guy. Like the guy from across the way just looks like him. I wish I could get a little bit further up these stairs. There was another guy up there, wasn't there? No, I can't. Yeah, it's just him. It has to be. He's the one doing the shooting. I just don't know. I haven't got his name right.
It's something's wrong. Again, is all I can say.
Yeah. But what's wrong? Like, am I just wrong about the ship steward? Or I was right about the purser? Yeah, I got the purser right. Philip Dahl, I don't know what happened to him yet. Have I not seen his death?
No, he's again.
Right.
Anyone marked unknown, ignore for now.
Okay. Yeah, he's got to be George Shirley or Hamado. Oh, it could be... No, John Naples is marked unknown because I don't want to worry about him right now. So, although he is bald.
Okay, so
but he's not the same guy.
Do you want any nudging towards?
Yeah, because I'm just lost here. I don't know what I've gotten wrong.
Two of the things we have written in, okay, let's look at the identities of the three people that have died.
Right.
And see what could be wrong about them.
Well, I could be wrong about...
Is the one you're going to trial now. Let's look at the other ones.
Yeah.
The guy who was shot and the guy...
Shot by...
Who escaped to Africa.
Yeah, and Alive Africa, and he was a ship's steward. So I'm fairly confident... Where the fuck is he? Where do I just keep going past it?
No, you need to go further down.
Right, ship steward.
Mm-hmm.
Alive in Africa.
Further down, who's the other guy? No, go up again. It was the same page. The guy who was shot. Down. You going past him? Shotgun.
Oh yeah.
What do those two people have in common? The ship steward and
they're
steward.
both stewards, right? So I could just
maybe gotten them the wrong way around.
Yeah, maybe, I guess.
Like, for example, the one that was with the fourth steward and was with the fourth mate, the fourth mate in the picture and was with the fourth mate in the scene, we've marked as the ship steward.
Right.
The one that was just is a steward, we've marked as the fourth mate steward.
Okay, so
maybe he's the ship steward and the other one's the fourth mate steward.
Yeah, I guess so. So hang on, now I want to go and say you...
The guy standing next to the fourth mate, you need to unmark the other one because they're going to lose taken.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. So you are actually the
You need to unmark.
No, I don't. I can just go...
just unmarking. Okay,
yeah. And then I can say that you are the fourth mate steward.
Mm-hmm.
And
now
then
you need to do your process of elimination.
And now I want to say that, well, he can't be... He could be Charles Minor. I keep pushing the wrong button. Where are you? Yeah, it was French because he's wearing a fucking striped t-shirt. I
Excellent
fucking
work,
knew it.
detective. Yeah, it should have been your first clue. Literally one of the first guys I identified based on that knowledge alone.
You just like,
I was like,
stripy
striped
shirt,
I bet
he's
that's
French.
a French guy.
What do you want him to be wearing? A beret and have a fucking ring
Yeah,
of garlic
big
round his neck
baguette
as
that he's
well.
carrying around at all times.
Riding a little bike around the around the boat.
I think you can. There's a few scenes where you hear someone speaking French, and if you collate them all, you realise he's a common chord to all of them.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, that's the long way. Short way, striped shirt, he's French.
Sure, but I mean, I needed the other two guys anyway, just to... Right, so who we got left? Not that many people. And it is also getting to the stage, like, Carpenter, Winston Smith, America, George Shirley, a seaman.
Two seamen, Sierra Leone and
Hamado Diom.
England. We can go see how many faces we have left to attribute those two as well. If you look at the picture.
Yeah.
That guy is one of them.
What, that guy?
Yeah, unnamed.
Speared by a beast. So we saw that happen. Is that happening now? Is that
yes,
this?
it's this guy.
Right, okay, so he's being speared by a beast. There seems to be some kind of like conflagration happening next door.
Yeah, someone's carrying something and hitting on the walls. Yeah.
Right, don't worry about him for now.
Don't worry about him. And we already know him, so don't.
Yeah,
There's three
sure.
people we have to identify is what we have left. Their fates are already written in.
Right.
That guy was one of them. Down.
This guy?
Mm-hmm.
Shot with a cannon. Well, we think he might be one of the remaining seamen, I would imagine.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say... if I say he's George Shirley... and then I could say that this guy is Hamado Diom. Then who else? Who's left?
Let's look through the picture and see who we got. Oh, there you go.
Spiked. Oh, maybe you're the other. Maybe you're the American.
Let me direct you to two streams ago when you said, what would you say a carpenter would be wearing?
Oh, an apron. He's wearing an apron, right? Oh shit.
There you go.
Oh, it didn't need me to fill out the other.
No, the last two is done. The last one's done as a 2 and a 1, I think, because of.
Oh right, okay.
Some reason I forget why.
A 2 and a 1.
Or maybe it was a 2 and a 2. There might be another one you can identify as 2 in the last chapter. I forget. Just there's a reason that the last ones are, instead of 3s, they're done in 2s, I think.
Right.
So maybe one of them isn't from the last chapter. The ones we've got unknown. I might be wrong about that. So we've got Hamadu Diom.
Yeah, we don't know even what happens to him at all. John Naples, unknown.
Yeah, so I know Martin is definitely one from the thing, and
yeah,
John Naples.
Philip Dahl.
Maybe he does have a fate assigned already.
John Naples.
If you go to like all of the chapters he appears in.
Oh shit. Perished.
Oh yeah, we do.
Okay, so we do.
For him.
Yeah, oh yeah, he was like presumably.
I mean, if he does have his leg torn off.
Yeah, we could just say it was probably the Beast.
Blame the Beast once again. Well, we have one more to do.
Oh yeah. And who could that be? Right, this guy.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know anything about him, except for the fact that.
You have one person left to identify in one name. So
yeah. I want to go to. Yeah, it's this guy, right?
Mm-hmm. Maybe the guy wasn't torn apart by a beast.
Oh shit.
Let's go back to
Yeah, well, he had his
unholy
leg.
prisoners.
Yeah, right. I need to leave here. Excuse me. A twofer. Yeah. Now was it the guy's leg bone we found like
Yes.
at the other end of the ship, right?
Yeah.
And it's down here.
I think we won't want that scene though. We'll want an earlier scene. So if you look
Well,
in the book-
let's start from here and then.
Keep pressure here.
Hold him down. What madness is this? 20 years my steward, and never a doubt on your sanity.
And never a doubt on your sanity.
Ugly beasts carry a curse. Throw them back or doom us all. Tie him up and put him in the lazarette with those things. He may yet find his senses.
He may yet find his senses.
All's fine, John. Been in worse spots, I think.
Could I have another drink, please?
Yes, I'll make one in a minute.
Thank you. Where's the rest of his leg? Right, hang on. Oh, right, no, you're the one who's... Yeah, torn... Maybe you weren't torn apart by the beast. Well, there is a sword here. And you are Philip Dahl, we think. So I think you were actually... I think you were maimed by... Killed sword by Philip Dahl, is what I'm going with here. Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
Okay, all currently solvable fates are solved. I'm basically like a genius.
Right. Before we get into the last bit, I'll make some drinks.
Yeah.
Cup.
Let's get some
There's
more.
nothing left to do on the Obra Dinn.
Let's get some more thinking juice in me.
I will
I
say
am-
the last scenes as well, but a complete double. It's just to fill in the.
Oh, okay.
gaps.
I found my smartwatch today, so I'm gonna yap for a little bit. Yeah, posture check. I'm sitting comfortably. I found my smartwatch today, which has like a heart rate monitor in it. And when I put it on at first, it was like, "Oh, you're like 150 beats per minute," and I was like, "That's probably not correct." So I like pressed it onto my wrist for a little bit, and it went down to my kind of resting heart rate, which is more like 62 BPM. Currently, I'm at 78, so slightly elevated from normal. It's also got a stress monitor. I don't really know how that works out. It's got a step counter as well, and a calorie burn counter, which I don't really know how it calculates any of that stuff. I got this watch for free like 6 years ago, and I must have calibrated it all at the time, and then just forgotten what I did to it. But yeah, fun story, Merle. It's fun having something to kind of fiddle with. More drinks. Thank you. What is this?
Same again.
Oh, same again. Yeah, oh yeah. We are drinking...
No.
No. What do you think of Merle's story? Ryden. Well, thanks for the vote of confidence. We're drinking kind of homemade cassis orange, which is we're having Chambord and orange juice, which is like a blackcurrant.
Yeah, blackcurrant and raspberry.
Yeah,
Close enough, close as we can get to blackcurrant.
blackcurrant liqueur.
Yeah.
That's what cassis is. Creme de cassis. When I worked in Japan, we like sometimes would go for drinks and stuff. And when you go to like when you go out like with all your coworkers, we'd often go to bars that did nomi hodai, which means like all you can drink. And I would drink cassis orange because it's basically like orange juice. It just tastes really nice. And my manager, who was a British expat as well, would always give me a hard time that I was drinking girly drinks. So, why are you drinking girls' drinks? You get some beers in with me and the lads. And I was like, well, I like cassis orange more, and I can drink lots of them, and I can't drink very many beers in like an evening out. But I think he really hated me because I think a lot of the other Japanese staff, like it was a teaching position, a lot of the Japanese teaching staff were like Japanese women, and I think he had a bit of a thing for Japanese women, and they were all really fond of me, and they weren't, I don't think, very fond of him. So I think he was kind of jealous, which is why he always gave me a hard time. I think he was kind of jealous, but he didn't really need to be, obviously, because like me being gay means that I wasn't really in competition with him. I think he was in competition with himself because he was quite off-putting. How do I leave this scene? I've assessed the situation and I'm leaving. Please let me leave. Where do I go? I'm lost. It's not back here, is it? Oh yeah, it is. Sphincter losing X Factor. It's your old pal Rye. Hi. How you doing? Victim of name change. Yeah, I don't recognize that name, but yeah, if you want to DM me on Twitter or something, we will yeah, we'll get to the bottom of it. What do I do now? Oh, the final chapter will be unsealed, right?
Well, no, you need to know.
Oh, I need to.
The first chapter, he says, if you return the book to me.
Right.
So you need to go back in the boat now.
Right. Let's hop in the boat and bounce. Straight men never realise that the secret to attracting women is to simply be gay. Exactly. Like I said it once on Twitter for a joke, and I think people like misinterpreted me, and so I haven't made the joke again. But I think when I was like, some incel was like yelling at me. I forgot I can't remember why. But I think I quote tweeted him being like, I've gone out with more women by accident than this guy's gone out with on purpose. And people were like, what do you mean you accidentally dated a woman? Like, I don't know, people like assumed I was making some kind of like, I was saying something that I wasn't, and got mad at me. I was like, okay, I won't make any jokes then.
We should go. Storm's nearly about, so we won't be coming back.
Huh?
This is just the transition to the next screen. Don't press
Oh.
anything. It's just giving you time in case you wanted to go back, but we're good.
Okay.
Sit down so you don't fall.
Finally. All right, mate.
He has been sitting in the rain for about 3 hours while you were like, hold on, we need to sort this shit.
Well, in his time frame, not that much time has passed.
Still, I think More than 1 minute sitting in the rain.
Oh goodness, I'm sorry I can't do my entire fucking insurance person job in under 10 minutes for the convenience of this
This guy
old
doesn't care if he does your dog. Yeah, well,
crusty old sea dog.
that's your position, and his position is, I wish you would have come back earlier because I've been sitting in the rain.
Let me fetch a tiny violin. Right, here we go. £20,000. Damaged in squall. Atlantic. Sunk in storm. Falmouth. Well, it wasn't. It was sunk after I left the ship. Payout claimed 20,000. Cargo. All cargo lost. Payment claimed £5,000. Cargo. Crown.
No mean, like a pound is a fucking. That's
Yeah.
like a big fortune.
£3,000. Captain Robert Wish. Right, yeah. So we know all of these.
Murder of crewmate 4. Estate forfeited.
William Hoskett, attempted mutiny, estate fined £25. So I want to just take a moment to talk about another like murder or like mystery solving game that I've recommended to a bunch of people now, which is Paradise Killer. And one of the things I like about that is there is a kind of correct answer to like who's done what and who's sort of guilty of what, but you are given as the investigator a lot of leeway in how you prosecute who you prosecute and how you prosecute them based on what you found. So it's a game where you can kind of complete it in 10 minutes if you don't really give a shit about the story, in which case why are you fucking playing the game. But you can just be like immediately start the trial and be like, yeah, I guess he did it because, vibes or whatever. Or you can uncover as much information as satisfies you, and then prosecute characters based on that. But you are also like aware that everything you say will have consequences for the people who you've accused, and so you can choose to not prosecute people if you decide that if you just like them and think, well, I know that they did something, but I don't want to like indict them for it because I don't want them to face consequences for it. Whereas in this, it feels like, I'm now going to be made to feel bad for, which I think is funny. I'm not saying it's a criticism, but I like it that I'm now like, I'm reading like all these people are going to be fine.
This is maybe my favourite part of the game. I love that you spent this time on this sort of magical mystery, and then you're immediately pulled right back to earth when you're told, for example, William Hoskett, who's the first mate who did nothing wrong through our entire investigation, apart from try to tell the captain we need to go home because he'd gone crazy. Estate fine, £25, attempted mutiny.
Yeah. Which, at the point that they tried to ambush the captain...
It was Jova. It was beyond Jova.
Edward Nichols, theft of cargo, attempted mutiny, estate fined £100. Jesus.
I mean, Edward Nichols, I think, was the bad bastard. He did a lot of bad
Right.
stuff.
Martin Perot, fate unknown, findings of merit, extraordinary valour, exceptional performance of duties, estate awarded outstanding wages and reward, £90. John Davies, murder of crewmate, estate fined £15. It is very unfair that everyone has to, like, imagine just you get a fucking letter which is like, oh, by the way, your, like, brother-in-law tried to kill someone, pay me £15.
Just for reference as well, John Davies, I think, was the guy who... Oh, it might be the guy on the previous page. Can you go back a page?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, it might have been Nichols, actually. Yeah, he did a theft of car. He was the one that took out the boats with the people from Taiwan on them, and brought back the treasure. He is not charged with framing that guy for murder, you'll notice, because that guy is just kind of, deemed less than important.
Yeah, well, we know that he was innocent, but that wasn't what was that wasn't necessary. Well, no, actually, yeah, we did have to get the Yeah, so we know that the one guy was shot for killing somebody, but we know that he didn't do it.
Yeah.
He was killed by someone else. But yeah, it's a good point. Alfred Klestel, exceptional performance duties award. It's estate awarded outstanding wages and reward, £70. Charles Minor.
Again, complete accidental killing of a crewmate. It was when he shot that guy through the crab,
Oh yeah,
and he's been charged for murder.
murder of crewmate.
Yeah.
Expenses claimed, £15. Oh, what? I guess he didn't have an estate unknown, right?
Yeah.
So he was just claimed as an expense. Well, yeah, I guess criminal findings, murder of crewmate, but they couldn't claim anything, and they couldn't, I guess they couldn't pin that on it. Because this is why they've been pinning murders on everyone, is so they can like claim money back from the estates of all these people.
Also here, the surgeon is given a demerit for abandoning his post. So he's given his wages probably minus some demerit, £50. The surgeon's mates, despite extraordinary valour and supposedly meant to have gotten a reward, just got the same amount. Because he was a mate, so therefore he was getting paid less to begin with.
Right.
He gets paid just as much as the guy who abandoned the crew.
Fair enough. Speared beast.
That guy who killed the beast while he was being killed by it. Good for him.
Yeah. Well, he shot in the face, didn't he, with the shotgun?
Yeah.
Yep. Nice. Carpenter's mate. He was spiked. Estate unknown. Outstanding wages donated to pension fund.
Because his estate is unknown.
Fair enough. At least they didn't just withhold it. Thomas Sefton. Struck with a tail. His estate was awarded outstanding wages. Emil O'Farrell. Estate awarded outstanding wages and rewards. Exceptional performance of duties. Christian Wolfe. Exceptional performance. Olus Wyatter. Shot with a gun. Murder of crewmate. Attempted mutiny. Estate fine 50. Duncan McKay. Purser. Abandonment of crew and vessel. Estate awarded outstanding wages. Findings of demerit.
Again, he's
Yeah,
an
it was-
officer, so he just gets his pay and then off you go.
Right, yeah.
Minus some demerit. Like the
Finley Dalton, drowned by a beast. Outstanding wages. Edward Spratt, crushed by a beast. Estate awarded. Yeah. Abigail Hoskett, crushed, rigging, no claim made. Well, I mean, the estate was forfeit of her husband anyway. Lindsay Opaska, no claim made. Emily Jackson, murder of crewmate, findings of demerit.
Was trying to stop them from leaving.
Abandonment of crew and vessel. Who gives a? I mean, I guess when you're on a boat, you're bound by the laws of the sea. Miss Jane Bird, alive, abandoned the crew. Find a tenner. Claude, no claim made. Murder of crewmate, expenses claimed.
He, by the way, the crewmate he murders was the mutinous thieving guy.
Right.
He was on his way back. Expense. Still. Expense.
Holy shit. Chotan, murder of crewmate, which we know.
We saw what he was framed for, but obviously they didn't put that in the report.
Oh no, Hock Seng Lao was the one who was shot.
Was?
No claim
okay.
made.
No,
He was shot by a gun, so he was.
What did Chotan? Oh.
He was spiked, apparently. I guess he was on the boat, maybe?
Oh yeah, he did kill a dude on the boat.
Yeah, he tried to overpower the other guy, right? And got spiked whilst he was trying to grab the shell or whatever. Shot with a gun. Estate awarded outstanding wages. Philip Dahl. Unknown fate. Findings of demerit. Failure to perform duties. Well, I'm potentially cutting someone's leg off. It's a bit of a failure to.
That's murder of crewmate.
Oh, murder of crewmate. Right. Okay. Oh yeah, I was misreading. Estate find. Paul Moss. Exceptional performance of duties. He was killed with a sword by Leonid Volkov. Why was he?
He
wasn't.
Out mutiny.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
On the dudes who were planning a mutiny.
Yeah. Who it turns out were sort of like, maybe somewhat in the right.
Like to do it, but
Well, at that stage, it wasn't clear that all was lost, but a lot had been lost by that stage. Oh shit. Samuel Galligan was knifed. He was attempted mutiny though. Theft of cargo. You get fined, pal. Roderick Anderson, crushed with a cannon, given outstanding wages. Davy James, he's alive in Africa. Abandonment of crew and vessel, no claim made.
But he's not paid his outstanding wages.
Right, no wages, no claim. No win, no fee. Peter Milroy, he was exploded. Extraordinary valour. State awarded outstanding wages and reward. Thomas Lank, knifed by Olus Wyatter. State awarded outstanding wages. Charles Herstick, extraordinary valour. Exceptional performance of duties.
He got burned on that.
Yeah. But yeah, he burned whilst they were trying to kill the thing in the hold. What if, little did we know, this magic notebook was actually a retroactive death note? Yeah, by writing it in, I've made it true. Right, writing my dead name in the death note to see if I'm really trans. Oh. Yeah, I wonder how the death note works with that kind of stuff, because the death note works by, you have to know their name and their face. And it implies that, you need to know their real name. But, what is someone's real name? If the majority of people know someone as a given name, is not that their real name? Why would any other name take precedence over that? Does the death note only respect your parents' wishes on what you should be called?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. There's Shinigami eyes in the death note, but someone has a true soul name, and it's is that assigned at birth, or can once you have enough dedication to a name to believe it's yours, is that then your name?
Yeah.
But if that's the case, why isn't L's name just L?
Well, it's because maybe maybe it's that it's what you believe your name to be.
Yeah.
So L knows his name isn't L.
Mm.
He believes he has a secret, another name. I wonder if you could doom someone else with that name. Well, no. So the Death Note, you can't just write random names into the Death Note. You have to know the face of the person that you are condemning to death as well. Otherwise, the Death Note does not take effect.
Yeah, you have to be thinking of the face while
I
writing the name.
know this because I have a Death Note.
Exactly.
Over there on the shelf. So on your best fucking behavior, you lot. Burned, yeah. Omigul, drowned. Exceptional performance. Good. I'm glad he got his pay. Timothy Butement, shot with a gun by E. Nichols. Extraordinary valor.
So all the people that were killed, basically, while bad things were happening, they get
electrocuted.
Valor.
Performance of duties. Claude, exceptionary. That's another word. Li Hong, speared. Criminal findings, attempted mutiny. No. Wei Li, drowned by beast, but extraordinary valor. Nicholas Bottrell, speared by a beast. No, yeah, he was speared by the beast. Torn apart, Maba. Estate unknown, outstanding wages and reward, donated to pension fund. Lewis Walker was clubbed by Robert Witterell. He was attempting mutiny, so... Leonid Volkov was shot by a gun by E. Jackson. Murdered a crewmate. Alarkus Nishkin, drowned by a beast. Attempted mutiny, theft of cargo. Alexei Toporov, attempted mutiny. Nathan Peters, abandonment of crew and vessel. So those the top two guys there were expense claimed. I guess they were claiming expense from the insurance company, whereas that last guy was fined.
I guess because they have no estate, so the company makes an expense claim against the company that owns the ship.
Yeah, well, insurance companies do sort of have to pay out of a pot, I think. Exceptionary. Sphincter is mocking me for making up words. John Naples. Renfred Rajub. Illness. Estate unknown. Pension fund. Abraham Akbar. Murder of crewmate 2. Oh yeah. Come on now. Murder of crewmate. It's not like he intended to blow them apart with the cannon.
I mean, the bosun's mate got the same deal. He accidentally shot the guy through a wall. Charged for murder.
Disgusting. William Wasim, crushed by cargo. He was awarded fewer wages than everyone else because I guess he died quite early in the voyage.
Well, he's
so you don't get
the first of the seamen as well.
Oh, that's true. Well,
the seamen seem to be getting paid less than the top men. I think the top men might get paid more for additional risk.
Well, these are all seamen as well. Outstanding wages.
The previous ones that were paid like £35.
Oh, right, yeah.
Were top men.
Oh, okay. Sure. Where were we? Solomon Syed. Hamadou Dion. Spiked. State unknown. Henry Brennan. Knifed. Murder of crewmate. Attempted mutiny. Estate fined. Alexander Booth, drowned by a beast. Abandonment of crew and vessel. Patrick O'Hagan, speared by a beast. Theft of cargo and attempted mutiny. George Shirley, shot by a cannon. Samuel Peters, crushed cargo. Estate awarded. Outstanding wages. So, a preliminary draft of this assessment has been approved by the Royal Trade Guarantor. Total claims £29,000, 260. On behalf of the Honourable East India Company, I certify that all statements are accurate and declare this matter closed in its entirety. HEIC Chief Inspector. Nice signature.
Arger is your name.
Arger.
Pocket watch remains in your possession.
Hi, Silk. And the pocket watch remains in your possession. This is a hell of a thing to just leave someone with. The book returns to its original owner, Henry Evans in Morocco, as requested. One year later. Cup of coffee.
Bucolic.
Yes, what a bucolic little scene here. Oh, goodness.
A package at this hour. That thing smells just dreadful. Better you don't open it inside.
Me.
Turning in now.
I'm gonna open it inside.
It's in the kitchen if you need more.
Right, let's go to the kitchen and get that tea. Oh, I can't stand up. Okay. I wanted a cup of tea. Chief Inspector, I write to you with the unfortunate news that Dr. Evans has passed away. He succumbed to his illness shortly after receiving your package. He was very pleased with your correspondence and asked that his gratitude be expressed by returning the book to you, along with the means to complete it. As for the three of us that remain, the Obra Dinn is a distant memory and a dreadful chapter in our lives that we wish to forget. Do not write back. Regards, Jane Bird. Fair enough. Right, what we got here?
Book back.
Got the book. This tale belongs to you now. Please finish it.
What's this? I hope when Zephyrian was talking about a monkey's paw earlier. Voila.
A finger on the monkey's paw curls.
Mm.
Right. So do I need to go and... Do I look at the book first, or do I...
I think you want to use your watch on this
Well,
dead
do I
thing.
not want to go and open the last chapter of the book first? Or...
I think you remember you need to find bodies to unlock chapters.
Oh, shit,
Here's
yeah.
a body on part of one.
Oh, no, the monkey! The...
To that door. Gone. There's no time. We need to go. Right.
Jesus. Right, well, you're Henry Evans.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing to the poor monkey?
I think this bit is super clever. The watch comes from Henry Evans.
Right.
He knows that this is something that's he wants to record for posterity what happened
Oh,
here.
shit.
So he killed something and kept its body part so that he can later use the watch to
show
then connect
you-
to another body in here.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
This is like a JoJo level of use of stand, like
Do not write
Story
that.
based. Not this time.
correct.
The story
The
based,
the
this was
monkey
not
dying is
based.
very
Yeah,
unjust,
shooting
so-
a monkey just for your own...
Well, not for your own.
Right.
It's for posterity, but
Okay,
still,
okay.
could have shot a guy maybe. I don't know. Was there not another way? Nothing good.
Kuno
In the
doesn't
lazarette.
fucking care.
Kuno doesn't fucking care. A friendly but not entirely pleasant monkey companion was sacrificed in the pursuit of knowledge. Right, 2 others were present. Yeah, I know 2 others were present. There's this guy, who I know him to be Martin, and you to be someone. You're
It's
Philip.
the Swedish,
Philip Dahl.
Captain Steward.
Oh, this is the lazarette, isn't it?
Mhm.
Oh shit! The water that's open. Like, there's water in there, right?
Like, yeah, so the lazarette is like a part that has water. It's like a sort of like a fish tank within the ship.
Well, there are 2 bodies here, but I can't.
You might also notice next to Philip Dahl is the chest.
Oh shit! And the thing's gone. Well, they took at least the creatures got their shell back. He's been spiked. I know what happened to him.
A third shell. The captain didn't toss them all. Leave it. Help me lift this. Stop! Why? Well, set you free. Give it the shell. Here. Do it. Hoist it out. To the main deck. Throw it over. Lock the door when you leave. Get the tail, boy.
Get the tail, boy.
In return, the ship. The Obra Dinn. See it home.
He's been spiked. Oh, they're trying to take it. Hang on, what's going? So they, yeah, at some point they brought this thing aboard.
Mm-hmm. This was brought back by Nichols, the guy who, remember,
Yeah.
after using he brought the mermaids onto his little boats.
Yeah. And so now they're trying to take it, but like just chuck it back in the water. Okay, yeah, I guess they kept it in that.
In the lazarette.
Yeah.
And that's what the soldiers of the sea were going for when they were going towards the lazarette.
Yeah, they make for the lazarette. He did not meet an unknown fate. He was spiked by a terrible beast. Right, yeah. What? Oh, that one. That's one of the beasts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are those nipples human enough to be against TOS? Withdraw the Kraken, or I will kill you, or... He's spearing it.
The captain trying to make a different sort of bargain.
Right, yeah. Right, Philip Dahl is trying some magic with the shell. Can't even see the thing down there. A captured beast fought against its jailer and was speared for the trouble. I'll kill every last one of you monsters. Oh, well, that one died previously. So he must have been the first one to go.
This is your Kraken. You brought it here. Send it back.
Fucking hell, he's on a killing spree.
I mean, the captain, you know, he's got that dog in him. You saw how he quadra-killed the dudes on the top deck.
Yeah. I think, Captain, you should know this is not compliant with the Geneva Convention. Actually, it is 18 something or other. There's no Geneva Convention here.
I like the music from the bargain as well.
Yeah, this is good. He's got that sea dog in him. Salty sea dog. An unholy creature's defiant shrieks were greeted with a fatal bullet. It was not a significant bullet.
Now what became
Right.
Dahl?
What happened to you, doll? Doll face.
What's this? Quicksilver.
Yeah, that's my reaction whenever someone from the Marvel universe is in something. Hi-oh! Oh, holy shit. The evil energies of this box have done for him. Yeah, I mean, it's not really clear how he's died exactly here.
Oh, you've seen his like fucked up hand.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Remember what that also was what happened to Chio Tan. I think we called that a burning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was burned. Nice.
And there you have it.
The story has been told.
Back to our tea.
Yeah. If that's all, I'd like to go back to my cup of tea.
Another one
It's just-
selection.
Imagine all these books are like the same kind of deal. Yeah. I was worried that they'd sent me one of the shells. And I was going to be like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, bring the curse with you.
Yeah. Nice.
So now that you've seen it all, tell the story in order.
Right, so it...
Chapter 1, Loose Cargo.
Right, yeah. Somebody was killed by falling cargo. There was a stowaway in the ship.
Also died in a barrel.
Also died in a barrel.
Who died?
Oh, fuck knows.
And who dropped the cargo? This is important to the story.
The
Samuel Peters.
Lars Linder.
Samuel Peters of the Peters brothers died. And
Oh,
it was
yeah,
Lars Linder
yeah,
who was in charge of the ropes.
Yeah, yeah. The thing I'm trying to work out in my head is, did they already have the shell on board to begin with, and then, because like at some point the what's his face took a boat and went out on a little mission.
I believe
with
the shell was with the Formosans to begin with, or
right.
one was at least, and it was in that treasure box, because you can see in the original picture of the Formosan pastures, they have the treasure box.
Right.
And it's kept in Quicksilver. Now that may be, like, as our man discovers at the end, that may be some kind of, like...
protection.
Like, dampening
Yeah.
to stop it and things from coming. But obviously from that point on, when they take the treasure out, shit starts going wrong. First when they take it in small boats, maybe at that point the mermaids attack.
Yeah.
They open the box. It like...
Was this story based? Yes.
Oh, there you go.
The based story.
The Formosans had obviously know about this sort of heart of the sea shell.
Yeah.
And they have the chest itself is like a countermeasure against it. The Quicksilver like does this burning effect against the mermaids.
Yeah. But why did anyone take the shell out of the boat in that situation? What were they trying to achieve?
Well, the second mate was trying to steal it.
Oh.
When he took the boats, he kidnapped the Formosans and took the
he
was trying to take the cargo to East Africa and just get away with it.
Right.
Which is worth a lot.
So he kidnapped the Formosans with him. They didn't... Yeah, okay. Then things went bad, so he tried to come back to the boat.
Mm-hmm.
And was shot, yeah. And from that point forward, the shell was no longer in the... was no longer being contained in Quicksilver, so...
That was a double done. Not only was the shell might have been put back, but at this point they'd also kidnapped the mermaids.
Oh, which had another...
which had their own shells.
Yeah. Yeah, and from that point, the crab men and then the kraken attacked. Yeah. And yeah, after most of the crew had been killed, there was an attempted mutiny to try and wrest control back from the captain, who clearly had let things get let things gone on too long.
Before that, the Martin, the third mate, made his bargain with the mermaids.
Yeah.
In the lazarette, first the captain, while the doom was happening, the captain tried to
bargain,
attack the mermaids to bargain with them. But eventually, after Martin was put in there, went in there to get the mermaids out. Spike by him, I think that it's probably just like a reaction to being touched.
Yeah.
But he gives them a shell, lets them loose again, and asks them to not only call off the Kraken, but to see the Obra Dinn home. The final mystery was, how did the Obra Dinn make it back to Falmouth with no crew?
Oh, the mermaids helped.
Mm-hmm.
I see. But eventually the entire crew were killed, and I guess the mermaids just gave up at that point. They were like...
No, the entire crew were killed, and the mermaids... By the time the crew were dead, the Obra Dinn continued to Falmouth with no crew. Again, the captain was the last to die by shooting himself. His last man on the boat. He shoots himself. He's still not back in Falmouth yet.
Oh yeah, they're out near the Canary Islands or something. What did we learn? Be careful with seamen. Very true, Silk. You want to be very careful with your seamen, especially when they're near the poop deck. Well,
Soldiers of the Sea.
It's good. Cool. Rewind. What does that mean? Can you start from the beginning?
Something like that.
Oh, okay. I could potentially get the trophy
for. It's kind of a one and done. I've never gone back and replayed it, basically.
Yeah, it does feel like a game that is.
Unlike Papers, Please, the other notable Luke's Pope game, which has quite a lot of replayability. Actually, this is sort of you do it once and you got it.
Yeah, similar to Outer Wilds, it's a game that I think has a little bit more replayability because the mechanical sort of process of collecting all the clues in Outer Wilds is quite fun, whereas it's a little bit sort of, it's largely just sort of filling out a spreadsheet. And maybe I like the visuals in this, but they're not as mind blowing as they are in like Outer Wilds. Cool. Well, for the next hour and a half, I can either call the stream early, or we can play something else for a bit. I mind not. Not quite sure what else I have installed on my PS5 at the moment that would be playable. Can I go to installed games on my console storage? Not that many. But then my USB extended storage, I've got a ton of things.
Just the last review of the gameplay. I think you took a little longer than I did to do the game. Number one, because you were streaming, and there's a lot of yapping going on. Whereas I had to play in silence when I first played. But also, as I think to keep yourself on track, you solved very methodically. You were like, I want to solve, like, before I move forward, I want to solve 3 things so I get them locked in because I know I'll forget them. Or whatever.
Yeah.
I was a lot more. I had a lot of a wider view of my investigation. I made a lot of assumptions. The main difficulty towards the end of mine was undoing my wrong assumptions. There's a lot of people I had labelled and then had to unlabel. Like the only time that happened with you was the mixing up of the 2 stewards.
Yeah.
Now, I've said before on previous playthroughs, I mixed up the entire cohort of the stewards and the midshipmen at a certain point. I think I might have mixed up a lot of top men and seamen as well. A lot of people I misattributed based on ideas that I had about them that was completely wrong that I had to readjust later. But that, like, basically, as I was going, I've just been like, it could be this guy. I'll just put him as this guy for now. And a lot of the time it did turn out to be right, which shortcut a lot of the investigation.
Sure.
By just accidentally getting things right, mainly off of a sort of assumption that it could be them.
Yeah.
Whereas you were a lot more, I want a reason for why it's definitely this person so I can lock it in because I don't want to forget it later.
Yeah, I think I also, there was part of me that was like a little bit reticent about sort of making wild guesses because one, I was like, none of this information is going to be retained over the course of a week. But also I was like, there was a few times where I was like, I don't want to just make these assumptions based on like, what's like immediate sort of like
Stereotypical.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I don't
yeah.
want to sound like I'm
Again,
stereotyping.
Playing in silence and not broadcasting, I was free to make as many stereotypical assumptions as I want to.
Yeah.
And because the game often rewards you for doing so, it meant I've sped through a lot of the game.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, if you see a guy wearing a stripy shirt and go, he's French, it turns out that's true.
If you see a guy in the roster who's from Sierra Leone and go, if I had to guess something about this guy's complexion.
Yeah. And I guess the same about the one thing I've seen people talk about online is that Omid Gul has like a scimitar,
Yeah,
like
a curved sword.
yeah, it's like a curved sword like hanging up by his bed, and yeah, you can just sort of like assume, well, you see, who else on board would have
there's one scene
that
where
kind
you
of
see
sword.
him run to attack something with the curved sword. You make a lot of assumptions in that scene. Number one, but he didn't just pick up any sword that was lying around as someone might.
He used his sword, yeah.
He used his own sword. Number one, because it's a curved sword, it implies he is from the Middle East somewhere. And and he's wearing a turban, so you make assumptions based on that. When strictly speaking, anyone could wear a turban.
Yeah, yeah. I've been idly sort of going down my list of games, hoping that something would sort of like jump out at me that we could play for a bit. But if nothing has sort of piqued anybody's interest in this list, then I'm happy to call it an early stream.
Yeah, unless anyone wants to watch me play Power Pro.
MLB Power Pros. Yeah, you've over the course of like the last week just become like a baseball guy now.
Yeah.
You've been really into MLB Power Pros.
Yeah, great game of the year so
it seems
far,
pretty fun.
Even though it came out 17 years ago.
Yeah, I think my game of the year so far is probably Promise Mascot Agency, but it is also like one of the I guess Monster Hunter Wilds also came out this year.
Yeah.
I played for the
I think I've only played one game that came out this year, and it was Avowed, and it was fine, but I don't, you know, it's not my favourite game I've played for the first time this year, which would be MLB Power Pros 2008.
Yeah, I played Ghostwire Tokyo last year, didn't I? And Cult of the Lamb, I think. Because I enjoyed those a lot. I could for next stream we could start Bloodborne.
Yeah, we need to think of a game for next stream. You were thinking maybe No More Heroes as well.
Yeah, I was thinking either No More Heroes, possibly Alien Isolation. Although we could leave that until later in the year, around October time, perhaps, depending on how things work out. But yeah, I wouldn't mind starting No More Heroes.
I really want to play a good baseball game. I recommend MLB Power Pros or MLB Power Pros 2008.
Yeah,
good games. Unfortunately, there's the Power Pros games I think are great, but unfortunately not many have been translated into English.
Yeah.
The 2008, there was the one that was released on Switch like a couple of years ago for like £1. That is okay. That is in English, but it's mainly for online multiplayer. And then the last game before that was translated into English was the one from 2008. So there was a huge gap. There's been loads of Power Pros games, but in Japanese, but not in English. And the good ones have. What's good about them is that how many modes they have. Like MLB Power Pros 2008 has loads of game modes. You can make a single player, and there's like a mode called Success Mode that's like half visual novel, half like baseball, like training your guy to make it to the major leagues. There's MLB Life, where you can take the same character that made it to the major leagues and then play them as a character in a Major League Baseball team, playing as just one character throughout the leagues. There's League Mode, where you can manage an entire team and play as them. You can make your own team as well with all your friends in them, which is what I'm currently doing. And
well, what you've currently done, and yeah, you're like taking the team like through the World Series, basically.
Trying to get them to the World Series. Yeah, it's a great game. And the Power Pros themselves are adorable. They're cute. I think I'm much more appealed to play a Power Pros game because I think the characters look.
Yeah,
cool.
The characters look great.
Rather than like, I don't know, MLB the Show or something like that.
You know? Yeah, like realistic like sports games are a little bit dull to me.
I'm emulating it. Don't tell anyone. For the PS2, but it's also available on like Wii, PS2.
Yeah.
You have to get an old copy. Obviously. Oh wait, the bigger problem for those of us in Europe is that I did not get a PAL release. It's only in NTSC.
Yeah. the baseball. Yeah, the baseball is on PS2. I would like to strongly recommend Promise Mascot Agency. It's the I think second game by Kaizen Gameworks, who made Paradise Killer. It's extremely good. I've been enjoying it a lot. I don't want to stream any of it because it's a very sort of story-heavy game. I think it's probably best experienced in your own time. I will say that navigating the world in the game is a little more frustrating than Paradise Killer, which I found very chill and very sort of compulsive to just sort of wander around. Because you drive a car in Promise Mascot Agency, there's a little bit more frustration in that cars are just a little bit more annoying to maneuver around a 3D space. But you can unlock some like movement upgrades, which eventually sort of make it no bother. And I've been enjoying it a lot. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, I think rather than since nothing has jumped out at anyone, we could just call the stream there. Have an early one.
Yeah.
Sure.
So yeah, well, I guess we'll plan during the week for what we're
Yeah, plan what to play next. It's either going to be No More Heroes or maybe more Souls games. I could play. I saw you moused over the Dante sound effect. I could play a game like Bayonetta or Devil May Cry.
What the hell is this?
Exactly. I think there's a couple games in my PlayStation collection which I should install. Like I got the Castlevania series. Those might be quite fun. Yeah, there's probably a ton of games in here actually that might be worthwhile looking into. But yeah, I'll plan in the week, I think. So until Wednesday, which I might start doing fighting game streams on Wednesday. I haven't fully decided that either, but we'll see how things go. But yeah, for now, yeah.
Bye.
Goodbye.